This is John with MoparRestorationParts.com. Just wanted to show you the more or less the completion of the trunk pan I've been working on the '69 Sports Satellite hardtop. Take a little look inside there. You can see that I've seam sealed it. I wouldn't necessarily call that the best seam sealing job ever. It didn't take the brush strokes as easy as it said it would on the can, but the new seam sealers are much better quality than the old things, the old stuff they used. But all the welds are ground and all the pieces are in place, and I can call this done with a little cleanup, and we can get it, scuffed and shot in the springtime. I'm going to take the car out. What I've also done is I've used a product called boom spray. It's used for vibration, sound, and sound deadening for stereo speakers. A lot of guys may be familiar with that product. But I've sprayed it in here heavy enough to create an undercoating effect. So I'll add a few more layers to it. And here's the factory side. So I just kind of coated that just to give it a dark look until it's all repainted. It's paintable, so it'll look good when it's all done. But I did that to give it the undercoating look. Okay, here's some of the products that I use on this. I use a Rust-Oleum, just a self-etching primer to paint all the spots that were exposed from grinding. That'll just keep it from rusting until you can get a proper primer in there. This is the sealant I used. It's a brush-on seam sealer. I got it online on eBay. It was, I think, 2 cans were about $28. So it's got instructions in French because it came from Canada, obviously, and English. But I put it on with a stick, basically almost like a paint stick, and then I took a brush and after it kind of started setting up a little bit, and tried to apply some lines. It didn't work as well as I thought it would, but if you're a fanatic on concourse restorations, I'm sure you probably wouldn't use this product anyway. This is something we use to get the job done, and when we paint it, it'll hold up really well. So anyway, this the down drops are in, as you can see. They turned out pretty nice on both sides here. The corners, all the work we did to fill in the fenders are done. We got it all welded in the back here. You can kind of see as I go along, all the welds are done. Everything's back in place. Fuel tank is in. Now, like I said, just little paint work back here. I gotta work on the top of this. There's a few rust holes, but I'll finish the track. I'm not going to replace the whole thing for that. Say this is more of a budget build than anything else. But she's come along quite nicely. So I talked about that boom spray, and what I do is I get it in this boom mat spray on. Eliminates road noise and for dampen its vibrations, and it works inside and out, and it's paintable in about 6 hours. This stuff, it's not super cheap. I mean, it runs anywhere from $10 to $12 a can. I got it online. I bought a couple of cases for like $120. So for 6 cans to a case. What I like about this is it looks pretty similar to the factory undercoat as far as function goes. If you want to give it a real factory appearance, I could show you a little later on how I've taken some of the seam sealer and created kind of a rough pattern to patch some of the places underneath the car where it's really thick to give it the factory look, and I use this stuff to coat over it to blacken it out, and it just makes a nice patch if you're looking for more of a concourse restoration. But anyway, between these 3 chemicals, about 150, 160 bucks, and unfortunately you got to buy something, and the tubes are about $15 a can, a tube, just, or 12 to 15, just one tube of seam sealer, and in my experience they don't go very far when you're laying it in kind of thick. So I bought 2 cans. I used 1 entire can on this, so that's saved me some money in the long run. So if you look online, there's a good chance that you can save some money over your normal body shops. I bought these 2-inch Rolocks. They're 36 grit, pretty coarse. They work great for knocking down the welds with the air grinder, and those were about maybe $14. I think they were 14 bucks for the set. So that's not bad. 50 pieces for 14 bucks. You buy them in a store, they're about $36 to $40. If you buy them at a local paint store. So ways of saving money. So now I got to get the heck out of here because this stuff smells pretty good. So my house and my wife is complaining about this. So another one of those considerations when you're doing this kind of work. If you have a sensitivity to volatile chemicals like acetone or paint thinner, these can be an irritant for some family members. So it's all part of the process. When you're choosing your car and what to do, you want to make sure that let's say you have the facilities and the place to work where it's not going to cause any problems. All right, this is John, MoparRestorationParts.com. Thanks for watching this particular segment, the last on this trunk install. Keep following me. We'll have more to come, and more videos on other restorations as I do my 69 convertible and the 70 convertible as well. All right, see you later. Thanks for watching.